evening and welcome to Ion Radio. I'm John.
And I'm Ken. And welcome to our first live stream during GenCon.
Correct. So this whole weekend we have a couple live streams planned, and this is going to be our first one. We're super excited because of the in-flight report yesterday announcing a whole bunch of new stuff for Star Wars Armada.
So we're going to go through, today we've got two things for you. First, we are going to go through a little discussion on what we saw in the in-flight report. And we'll put up a couple slides for you as well. Maybe we'll give you a couple things that we're gleaning from it. Then we're going to go right into battle report. If I recall correctly, I believe the user was Nifta, who's been asking for an Onager interdictor fleet, and we have an Onager and an interdictor. In fact, we have two interdictors, but we'll get to the fleet lists in a little bit. So I think we should jump right into taking a look at what we saw in the in-flight report.
Okay.
So if there's any issues with the sound, please give us, let us know. We'll keep tabs on it on the chat, and we'll just kind of go from there.
Okay, that's good. I'm going to go man the slides, and Ken's going to do some of the talking for that. Okay, here we go.
All right, tell me what you got slides up there, John.
First slide is up.
All right, so we've got it looks like an acclimator and two consolers in there. Bunch of those look like V-wings hiding in the corner. And we've got the new starter box for the Galactic Republic.
Yeah, it looks like they have two starter boxes, one for the Separatist faction and one for, I'm going to call it the clone faction, but the Republic. We're all here about the clones. So I think this is actually going to be a good thing for the game. I'm going to flip to the next slide. If you see, it shows all the pictures, range rulers, and movement tools and things like that. So if you just wanted to play you get to see just my hand because I'm talking with it. If you want to see just play one faction, you could get one starter box and be good to go.
John, we've got someone saying we're a little low on volume. Do we have the...
It is on.
Test. 1, 2, 3. Any better? We'll talk up a little bit for you guys. Maybe that'll help.
Yeah, sometimes the masks muffle things. So, okay. So, moving on from that. So, it'll be nice to have everything that you need for a starter kit in the starter game.
And there's some nifty stuff there. The acclimator card shows something, I believe that says clone transport on it. So one of the things I think we saw in an earlier issue that came, or earlier reveal that came out during, it was a while back though. They spoiled a couple of cards. I think it's because Adepticon didn't come out.
Yes, I believe they just posted some cards right onto the Discord, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So I wonder if they're going to more of like a keyword thing, kind of like Legion does.
That'd be my assumption as well.
So, okay, so looking at that, let's look at the next product slide, and it is a Republic Fighter Squad pack.
So we've got, looks like the older Y-Wings, before they ripped all the armor off, a bunch of the Jedi Starfighters, ARC 170s, another ship in there I can't quite make out. I don't know, John, can you tell what that might be?
The little tiny ones?
Yeah.
It kind of looks like a Jedi Starfighter.
Well, no, I mean the ones next to it.
Y-Wings.
Skull says subtypes are coming.
Nice. I think those are what? Those are the Torrents?
I think you're right, yeah, the Torrents.
Probably the same ones that we see in the starter kit. So, I'm excited for that. Just new squadrons and new feel. It's going to be like completely starting Armada over.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun to kind of explore new squadrons and everything else. Probably be a leveling field, so hey guys, I might win more than once every so often. Next slide, we've got the Munificent. and the eggshell,
think
hard
that's-
cell.
Hard cell.
And a bunch of Vulture droids in there. I love the way these miniatures look. And for those listening live, I got a kick out of watching that introduction they did for Armada, the little teaser. Was that not really cool?
Yes, it was. I'm actually more excited about these ships than I am about the clone stuff. I really, really like the Munificent ship. It's always been one of my favorite classes in the Star Wars movies, and always really enjoyed it in the Clone Wars cartoon series.
See, now, John, growing up Star Wars wise, was that your introduction into it, or was it beforehand?
No, I was already a hardcore Star Wars fan before the Clone Wars came in, but what I'm about to say is pretty much heresy to a lot of people. My favorite part of Star Wars is the Clone Wars animated series. Like, if I were to rank it, it's like the Clone Wars animated series as a whole, and then Empire Strikes Back.
Cool. Yeah, Empire Strikes Back, personal favorite of all the Star Wars movies. All right, Wolf 58. Also interactions on what we already have in both ships and squads. Completely agree. It's going to be interesting to see how that kind of comes out. And Skull's asking if anyone saw the extra markings on the Delta 7s. I have not. But force powers on squads, cool.
Let me go back and we'll look at that. Extra markings.
Or have we not gotten to that yet?
Let's keep going.
Alright, so...
Again, this is just an image, and it looks like it's the same thing that we were talking about earlier. You'll get the entire starter kit for a faction.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice, because when Armada first came out, I think I own 3 or 4 core sets, mainly because it was only ships that were out and I was crazy. So to get enough ships, I bought a bunch of them to have an entire fleet of both. But it will be nice just to have, if you just want to go Separatist or just want to go Republic, obviously that's not what I'm doing, but I'll be owning probably 4 of these.
I think it'll be nice to be able to get 3 ships right away, as opposed to having to go out buy, like, for example, when you wanted the Imperials, you got the Victory, and then you had to go out and buy at least 2 more ships to get into a game. So I think this might get us to 400 points a lot faster for these factions.
Yeah. I wonder if they designed it so that a core set's about 200.
That could be, if you really look at it in that perspective. If you wanted to mix the 2 factions, it'd probably be about 150, cutting out 1 or 2 of the ships.
Yep. Okay, now on to the Separatist.
Starfighters.
Yep.
We see more Vulture droids, Tri-Fighters. I forget. Are those Munilus crafts? I don't know all the fighter names from Clone Wars.
I
Guys,
think
so
that's... it's just Grievous's ship.
Yeah.
That's what I call it. It
I
probably
know
has
there's
a
a
more
name
specific
for it.
name.
It's probably made by the Sorosub Corporation, and I'm sure someone on the stream is going to correct me or in the comments later.
Yeah, and I think those last group are Hyena
the
bombers,
Hyena ones, yeah.
which was always one of my favorite ships from the Clone Wars, whenever they start laughing and destroying everything in their path.
The blue, ew. Well, you got to differentiate the squadron colors somehow. I agree, but we're just going to prime them and paint over them anyways, right?
Correct.
So, you'll see.
So here's a question, though. Are you going to prime yours and paint yours to be like the Phantom Menace brown color, or are you going to paint them to be the CIS silver and blue?
I don't have a good answer to that one yet, John, but I'm sure at some point we will. I think I might do both.
Yeah. I personally like painting my squadrons something specific for all like the aces, and then something different for the generic. So I'll have to try to figure out how I want to go about doing that for both the factions.
Right, so next one we have, this is one of the ones I found kind of interesting during the in-flight. The dial pack. So originally I was thinking, was this going to be something akin to X-Wing, where it's some nifty dial or whatnot? Or, from the tournament kits, we got the nifty round counters. Maybe it'd be something cool like that. And it's just more dials. So my first thought on that was, could this be at some point we're not going to be selling dials with ships. Because let's be honest, the last 6 ships each one of us opened up, the dials are still sitting in the box. Because we don't need more.
Oh, see, I put mine together and then I throw them into a box. So I literally have an entire container in my closet of just dials and speed dials and all the other tokens that I don't need.
So I don't know. You know, I still have my stuff in the box. And I still have boxes that are unwrapped because we haven't gotten to those ships yet, or that many.
You have a problem.
I do have a problem, but don't worry. Once we get one of those 1,200 point battles out on here, and we see us with like 14 Onagers or something, it'll be great. So, the one thing I found fascinating with this, John, the pass tokens.
Yeah, it looks like you have 5 pass tokens.
I think the only ship that has a pass token is the Super Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
So, what's up with that, guys? My guess is it's something new, probably with Clone Wars. That's all I can think about. PLT 998, I was worried about a 2.0 version. Yeah, I don't think that was going to happen. But it doesn't look like they're going for a 2.0, otherwise you'd see something radically different, kind of like with X-Wing.
I think X-Wing had enough pushback of people not happy that they actually went... Like, I feel like the game needed to be restarted.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're looking at you already have probably $1,000+ of your collection, and then to restart, it's going to cost you like $300 to $500.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
Jedi, that could be a possibility. Maybe the Jedi allow you to have a pass token. Maybe it'll introduce force powers or something into the game, and that's how that could work.
Yeah.
I don't know. So,
I'm hoping they talk more tomorrow. Because, 9 o'clock in the morning?
9 o'clock in the morning.
They're going to do it. I know I'm going to be glued to my TV for that.
So John and I will both be watching tomorrow's live stream, FFG live stream, and then as soon as that's over, we'll probably need about 3 minutes, and we're going to start live streaming. We'll talk about everything that was brought up during that. I'm assuming they're doing a battle report, at least like one of their 2-turn things like they've done with their FFG live games in the past. And they'll probably be discussing all the new Clone Wars rules. And I hope they talk more about, the stuff they're presenting. Which brings us to the next slide. The upgrade card.
This is one I'm actually very excited for.
John, why are you excited about this?
If it's done properly. I know he mentioned in the live stream that it was going to be all of the cards.
Yeah, all 6 million of them, or however many upgrade cards we have.
So... And he said something like, what, we're going to a new card size format?
So I think what he said was we're going to the new, it's the baseball card squadron size card, right? So we're going to go from this to this. I'll get closer, right? So instead of this, they're going to be this size. Did I put that in the right spot? I did. I think that's interesting. It's going to take up a lot more table space. That has me a little bit worried. Although it also looked like some of the ship cards earlier were also that same size. We've seen that
in one of the last tournament kits that was released. They had, I believe it was the Victory, the Corvette, and a Neb B.
I think so, yeah.
Card, all in that format. So.
And based on the chat, yeah, I'm going to miss the different sizes too. I personally like that. That for me is kind of neat because it's easier to identify what you're looking at. Maybe I don't know. We're going to. I think someone said they were doing it for organizational purposes. It's easier to sift through your cards, but
maybe.
Yeah, we'll see.
So personally, what I think it is printing in China, because everything goes from China, and they already have a bunch of card games like Keyforge, and they have all of their living card
Marvel
games,
stuff,
Marvel, and
L5R.
Yes. So I think it will just be easier for them to convert those into printing Armada cards instead of getting different size. I don't know how the process works, honestly, but I'm just making this up as I go. I think it will be easier for them to print cards quicker, because we all know that they're always having delays in production and shipping. Maybe this is going to help alleviate some of that.
So one of the comments says it's a cost savings measure, so they only have to print off one card stock size. I agree. That's probably what it is. Now, there was one thing, though, John, that I noticed pretty quick. So if you look at Piet's card, and I think that's Captain Brunson with their hand pointing out, they got a weird little symbol there next to their names. I haven't seen that in any of the other FFG games. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what that is. I hope we hear more about that tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Okay. So, one of the reasons why I'm excited about this is when we flip to the next size, I know that they just threw images up on the screen. But, let's take a look. When it talks about the pricing and everything like that, you can see that the squadrons and the dial are moving toward kind of like that Legion-style box that they have, like, the commanders in.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at the upgrade box, it looks like it's going to be twice as wide as that, meaning that we're going to get a significant amount of cards in it.
Yeah, I clearly will probably get one copy of every unique card in there. The real question is, are we going to get multiples of stuff like XI7s and Link Turbo Laser Towers, etc.? Here's hoping, right? We'll find out. Although $25 for every single card, not bad, I guess. I guess it depends on if you really need it either. Here's what I'm going to say. If they are plopping in all the errata, so like the changes to Demolisher and Avenger and TRCs, yeah, which I can't remember the name of it, Turbo Laser Reroute Circuits, then definitely this is a must-buy, I think.
Yes.
Because you want the card. Like, I've got, do I have an example? No. But I know I've got some of my cards, I've reprinted the card side, the correct wording, and just shoved it in the front. So that's what I've done. But
it's going to be I think they said release in December. It's going to be a very expensive December for me.
Yeah, but it's Christmas time, so I know I'm going to be asking my wife for a couple of these. You never know. Maybe good Christmas gifts. I mean, put it on your list. Go let your local game stores know, or if you do cool stuff or whatever it is. But I think this is going to be fun, and I do know that at the store that John and I play at locally here, there are a handful of people that said that when Armada finally comes and goes into the Clone Wars, they're going to get excited and go all in. And I've had a couple opportunities to talk to a few of these kids, and I say kids, they're older than kids, but they're 20s and maybe early 30s at the most. But the ones that grew up on Clone Wars, and they're excited for that. So that's I think it's going to be big for Armada. That's my guess.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I love the Clone Wars. It just has such good battles.
You can have some fun with the battles.
Yeah.
And actually the thing I'm looking forward to, because I know we're planning on doing another Rebellion in the Rim campaign.
Correct.
I really think we'll be doing something akin to that with Clone Wars, and maybe we'll even make it more Clone Wars themed.
That'll be a lot of fun.
I think that'll be fun. So stay tuned. That'll be coming out sometime in December. Armada is much better than any of these modern video games like Battlefront, love strategy games. Cool. Yeah, well, board games are awesome because you don't burn your eyes out playing board games, depending. We're live streaming, and we've got about 4 computers running, so really...
Very bright lights.
This is like a video game of sorts for us, so... nice mask, guys, looking good. Well, hey, R. McDudd, it's important right now for us to do it. Safety precautions and everything else, I just think that's the smartest things to do. If FFG can do it, hey, we can do it. So we're going to try again to keep as much distance between us. There's a good 4 or 5 feet, 6, and we're masked up, so we'll be fine. So,
it also helps that with our setup right now, I'm literally trapped on this side of the room, so I couldn't go over there if I wanted to.
So the longer we make this stream, does John have to go to the bathroom? That's going to be the question. So.
I think I'll be able to hold it.
Okay. All right. So that's our take on Fantasy Flight's in-flight, and come back in tomorrow morning, because for sure we're going to be talking about whatever they're doing Clone Wars-wise. So if you guys give us a second, We're going to get set up, switch of view here, and we're going to jump right into our battle report. We'll talk about what we have and kind of go from there.
Okay. Do you want to go down with the camera and list our fleets, or do you want to just talk about what we have?
We'll just talk about what we have. I think that'll be smart.
Okay, then we'll just leave it on this camera and
All right, cool.
do that. So, what does your fleet come in at?
So my fleet comes in at a solid 400 points.
Let me switch.
Yeah, let's switch.
There we go. Okay, so Ken's fleet comes in at 400 points.
400 points.
And my fleet comes in at 399, I believe.
And just for people to understand where you're at, on your screen, John is going to be at the bottom, Ken's going to be up at the top.
Okay, so I decided to go second. I have all my ships are equipped that I could go first, except I kind of really wanted to play an objective that I've never played before. So I decided to go second. So Kent, let's talk about your fleet first, being the first player, and then I'll go into my fleet.
Okay, so my fleet, I have an MC-80 command cruiser. I've got Commander Sato on this. Let me talk about the upgrades. Boosted comms, quad battery turrets. It's the Defiance. We have fighter coordination team on it, reinforced blast doors, and leading shots. My second ship, as I break everything, come back here. Second ship, I've got a Hammerhead torpedo corvette, Garel's Honor, external racks, and Jin Urso. My hope is to get close and knock you out a little bit. Got a Nebulan B. It's a support refit as opposed to the escort. Link turbo laser towers and Salvation.
Salvation's one of your favorite ships to run with Sato.
I love Sato and Salvation. It works so well. And then I've got the GR-75 medium transport with CommsNet. I do have a number of individual fighters. So I have Hera Syndulla. I've got Shirabe. I have 3 generic A-Wing fighters and 2 X-Wing fighters. All of our fighters are painted, since we were talking about that earlier. We will show you the fighters in closer detail a little bit later. John, that's my 400 points. What do you have?
Okay, so people have been requesting on our channel to do an Onager and an Interdictor list. And I decided to do an Onager and 2 Interdictor list. So my flagship is the Onager. It is the Testbed. I have General Romodi as my commander. It has Admiral Ozzel on board with veteran gunners and gunnery chief, what is her name, Varnillian, with Cataclysm and Orbital Bombardment particle cannons. So my goal is to try to get some long-range fire out there. And to help me keep you still while doing it, I have an Interdictor Suppression Refit. This one has Officer Minister to us, so I can have electronic countermeasures on it to make it a little bit more tanky. It is the Tidal Interdictor with targeting scramblers and G7X gravity well projectors. This is the one that if you deploy within distance 3 of my token, you're going to be starting at speed 0. It also has disposable capacitors and heavy ion emplacements. My second interdictor is going to be just the sad gray one. It is also a suppression refit. It has Hondo in charge of it. And it has on it disposable capacitors, heavy ion emplacements, also has the G7X gravity well projectors, and also the Grav shift reroute so I can move obstacles around the map, with projection experts so it can kind of just hang back and heal my other ships. My last ship in the fleet is a Gazanti, and it has comm nets so I can pass tokens to my important ships. So that is my fleet, and because I chose to be second player, Ken gets to pick from, let me switch to a different one. Ken gets to pick between Rift Assault. Let's see if that's going to be too big. Too glary, so I'll just read them. So Rift Assault, Rift Ambush, and Doomed Station are Ken's 3 options. Ken and I already talked about it earlier. Which one do you want to play, Ken?
If I remember correctly, I believe we said we were doing Doomed Station, right?
Correct.
Yes.
So, I don't think either of us have actually played any of these objectives, so it will be very interesting to see how that goes. So, let's read Doomed Station real fast. It's got a lot of text on it. So, setup. The second player, which is me, John, places the gravity rift in the center of the setup area. Then, starting with the first player, which is Ken, the players alternate placing the remaining obstacles excluding the station. Then the second player places the station in the setup area beyond distance 1 of all obstacles and beyond distance 5 of both player edges. Starting with the second player and alternating, each player chooses one obstacle and that does not have an objective token on it and moves it within distance 1 to 2 of its current location toward the gravity well, or rift, which cannot be chosen. Then the player places an objective token on that obstacle. When an obstacle touches the gravity rift, the obstacle is removed from play. So it's just being a big black hole and sucking everything into it. Then after we move the obstacles. After all obstacles are moved, each player sums the command values of their ships at distance 1 of the station. The player with the highest total gains 1 victory token. Then remove all objective tokens from the play area. So let's go ahead and get that started. Do you mind putting your range ruler down so we can kind of estimate where this goes? Are you fine with this being center-ish?
Yeah, I think we're pretty good. We can guesstimate it. Maybe like that. Roughly there.
Okay.
So that's pretty close.
Are we fine calling that kind of the center?
I'm fine with that.
Okay, so excluding the station, I get to place that down. You get to choose obstacles and place them down.
Yeah, so let's see. Let's start with this one, because everything starts moving towards the gravity rift, right?
Correct.
So, alright, we're going to...
Okay. Then I'm going to take this guy, and we're going to put it over here.
Alright, let's take out this guy. So you know what I kind of want to do? They can be anywhere as normal, right?
Correct.
Just the gravity rift that you did.
It's a special placement. Let's take this guy, and we'll put him out there.
Okay, and I think I'm going to put this guy here-ish. That should keep us.
Okay.
Alright, but I think you get to place the station.
I get to place the station. And let's read this. I think I'm going to put the station right down here. Like that.
Alright, cool.
So that is the setting up of obstacles. Then, do you have anything that needs to be set up during the deployment phase?
During the deployment phase, I don't think so, but let me just double check, because I think most of this is going to be otherwise. No. Start a ship phase. No, not that I see. Squadron phase, no.
Okay, so then I have 3 different tokens from my different effects that I have to put on here. I'm first going to put out the Grav shift reroute. I'm going to leave it on the blue side because I want to be able to move all of these obstacles. So that goes there. And then I'm going to put out some dead zones for you.
Oh, I love dead zones, John.
I know you do. So we're going to close off most of this side of the game board. So there goes 3 to about there. And then we'll drop it like that. So if you deploy within 3 of those, your ships have to start at speed 0.
Alright, cool.
So you being first player, you get to deploy first.
I get to deploy first, huh? Alright, so let's go ahead and let's get this game started. Yes, you're going to do that because we need to get close to that station, right?
Correct.
All right.
Well, I need at least one ship close to that station.
So here we go. We're going to start the transports. And I want to go right at that. I'm going to do this instead. Here, I'm still at speed 0 though.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to start my ship way back here. And we're going to start at speed 1. Gazanti at speed 1, all the way on the edge.
People like your hair, John.
Oh, thank you. So, not that anyone really cares, but this is the longest my hair has ever been. I usually...
This is not the longest my hair has ever been, but mine just grows and looks like Bob Ross.
Yes, it does. So with quarantine and all that other fun stuff, I haven't had a haircut since I think, December? November-ish? And at this point, I'm like, I might as well just keep it growing. Just what other time in my life am I going to go almost a whole year without cutting it? So, who knows? One day you guys will watch a video and I'll have like long, curly hair like a Viking. Yeah, I know.
Okay, so I need to deploy another ship. I'm going to drop my Nev B here, so Salvation, and I'm going to also keep it at speed 0.
Okay, I think we're going to put down an interdictor. And I have to figure out which interdictor I want to place. I think I want to put down the Hondo interdictor, and we're going to go down here, and we're going to be speed 1.
This is why you decided to take the 2 interdictors.
Yes, it is. Honestly, in my head, I'm like, I could probably make this work with one of these really irritating tokens, but 1 is irritating and 2 is infuriating, and I can't get a 3rd interdictor in. But I could then block out a whole zone if we were playing like 500, 600 points. So my next ship is going to be another interdictor, and we're going to place it right here.
Let's paint a happy little obstacle here and a nice grav well there. Stay tuned. Alright, you know, I realized that I've got squadrons and I haven't been using them, so...
Yes, you do.
Okay, let's get some of these squadrons out. There's 2.
Okay, my last ship is going to be the Onager, and it's going to be deployed right here. Obviously going speed 1.
Let me get these squadrons out. Are the squadrons affected by the rift or no?
I believe so. Being the first time I read or played this, we have our nifty rulebook right here, just in case. So, I do not believe so. No, it's just ships. So, when you get near the rift or you land on the rift, things happen. So, when a ship deploys at distance 1 to 2 of the gravity rift, its speed dial must be set to 0. When a ship overlaps a gravity rift, its speed dial must be reduced to 0. When a ship at distance 1 to 2 of a gravity rift resolves the determined course step, its speed is temporarily reduced by 1 to a minimum of 0 until the end of the maneuver. So it's going to probably slow down a lot of your ships if you go near it.
Yeah. So one of the things are, as a reminder, we've got the 2 not grav wells,
Those
the
Grav
GRs,
projectors.
Yeah, the projectors. So I have to deploy at speed 0 if I'm over here. Yes, I could go over here and jump in at speed 3 with most of my things, but, you know, turn 1, turn 2, it's going to be 2 turns before I do anything. John's going to be able to redeploy, and he's going to have a couple of good shots, and I'm going to have to run right through the debris here. So that's why I'm not doing it. So, yeah, it is what it is. Anyways, so where are we at? Okay. All right. No, I don't have to place that, but you're out of stuff.
I'm all out of stuff, so you can do whatever you want at this point.
So I do, however, want to put my MC-80 outside of this. Move that up as far as I can. And she is going to be moving at speed 2. I'd love it to be moving at speed 3, but that's just not a possibility. Let's get some of these X-Wings out.
Your Sato. Ugh.
You know what? I don't want to put those.
I have no fighters to help kill these things.
Come on, little squadrons. Stay on your pegs. Okay, and we're going to put the Ghost over here. All right, I believe that is everything.
Okay, so that is everything. So I think right now we set our dials, and then I'll have lots of shenanigans to do after we set our dials.
All right, so just as a review quickly, Hammerhead, Nev B, GR75, and my MC-80, speed 0, speed 2. All my squadrons are up here, the 2 X-Wings, A-Wings, Shara, another A-Wing, and the Ghost. And we're very soon going to be bringing in the other camera here. That's what John's working on, so that we can showcase squadrons a little bit easier.
Okay, we don't have much range on this. Just, you know. We'll go to gameplay. There we go.
That'll be what appears in your bottom right-hand screen. So hopefully you guys can see some interesting stuff there. Maybe we can even get a little bit closer with some of these squadrons. If this is even what you guys want to see. Leave some comments below.
Okay. So that's your ships?
That's my ships.
Then just a reminder for the Imperial Might. We have the Tua powered Interdictor right here, our Onager, Hondo Interdictor, and then hiding back here in the corner is the Gazanti, which is going to be probably my main. I'm going to keep points going with that ship. So let's do our dials, and then we can start all this stuff, right? Because let's just remember what's the order. So do we set our command dials before
So
the start of first round?
Start of the first round actually starts first.
Okay, so then at the start of the first round, I'm going to use Admiral Ozzel to move forward 1. Actually, after deployment. I have other stuff.
Do the deployment stuff.
So, after deployment, we do this, and these come up. Because you have no ships that are going to be deploying into it.
That he knows of.
Yeah. But it's important to know that if you were to put a Radish ship into that, it would also come in at speed 0. So then we're going to move these, and every obstacle that's at 1 to 3, I can move that obstacle 2. So I have the Rift, these 2 obstacles, and this station. So this station's going to slide 2 down to there. We're going to move this Rift, I think, here.
Okay.
And then we're going to take this, and we're going to toss it like that, because that's where I need it. And then this, I don't want anywhere near me. So we're going to just move it like that. So that's that token, and how I redid the board. Now we start the first round, right?
Yes, now we start the first round. Now you can do your Piet shenanigans.
So
Or not Piet, Ozzel shenanigans.
Ozzel does a maneuver. He's going to move forward straight one.
The secret ships, like the invisible phantoms. It's exactly like the invisible phantoms.
They forgot to decloak last time, though.
Yeah, that was an interesting game to be sure. So, thank you that you just made my day.
Okay, so now it's the command phase, then the ship phase, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so now we go into the command phase and we set all of our dials.
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, I'm keeping those there.
Setting the dials. Maybe we can get some good obstructed shots. Add some extra dice. Okay. I have 22. Wow. Okay, so now that we have our dial set, we're now entering into the ship phase, correct? So
Yeah.
I have more shenanigans.
Yeah,
This whole fleet that I have is
It's
just
just shenanigans.
based on shenanigans, and because I'm second player, I get to place a dice on here too, right?
Yeah, I am not using reinforced blast doors, just in case anyone's wondering.
So I'm going to take a crit
You're going to take a crit on the Gunner Chief?
on the Gunnery Chief. I would not recommend playing this in a hyper-competitive idea. There's just too much to keep track of. Okay, so now we're going to Hondo. And I'm going to take a Concentrate Fire. And I believe I want to take a Navigate. So I'm going to give the Concentrate Fire, obviously, to the Onager. And then I'm going to take the Navigate and I'm going to pass it to this Interdictor over here.
So you were kindly giving me an engineering token and a squadron token. Huh?
Well, I figured you have squadrons, so you would probably like that.
I appreciate that. I'm going to activate some TIE Phantom squadrons with this this token. So I'm going to put the engineering token on the Nav B. I'm going to throw the squadron on the Hammerhead.
Okay. And then ready for more shenanigans.
It never ends.
It just never ends. So now, at the start of the ship phase, because everything I can choose when it's going on, we're going to choose to place our bombardment out. And we're going to place it as far forward as I can. Right there.
And because you have Romodi.
I mean, it's very obstructed.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, you're outside of red range right now. So, there's that. Or outside of black range.
We're within red, sort of red extreme. So.
Yep. Okay.
Alright, cool.
So I think now we can officially start.
All right. So here we go into round one. We're going to go into the ship phase. And let's see, what do I feel like moving into the field of death at the beginning? We're going to start with the transport.
The transport.
The transport has a nav dial, and I'm going to use it because I can. I am going to start by moving to speed 1. Hey, cool, check that out.
So are you distance 1 to 2 of the Grav rep?
Not yet, but I will be.
Just out. I almost was able to kick it over to you.
We're going to wind up. Because here I am now. And now I'm within 1 to 2 of that.
So at the next turn it will have some fun.
Correct.
Okay.
So, John, it is now your turn.
Yeah, I have to decide on what I want to do. Do I want to just try to bomb you right now? Or wait to move forward and then you get defense tokens? I would only be shooting 5 red dice at you, though.
And they're your red dice, John.
Yeah, so I'm probably not going to hit anything. And then it'll be closer. That is a hard choice. But I could get that crit. And I could do significant damage. You get to choose, and I would do damage to those fighters. This is difficult. Okay, I think... Why not? Let's do it. So, my ship is going to reveal a navigate. We're going to keep it as the dial. Obviously, we're going to make this extreme range shot, which is obstructed. I think I want to take it against the hammerhead.
Okay.
So, I start off with 4 red dice. Hold on, I spent that to place the token. So, 4 red dice. And then, because I'm obstructed, instead of losing 1 with Romodi, I get an additional 1. So we're doing 5 red dice, and here we go. That's not bad.
It's not bad. I'm going to assume you're going to accuracy the evade.
No, I don't have Intel Officer.
No, you don't. No one has Intel Officer on this. I'm beginning to wonder if...
So I actually think I'm going to re-roll the entire thing with Veteran Gunners.
Okay.
Because I don't really need the accuracy, I don't really need the blanks. And then we're going to take out a blank and have exactly what I had before, which is going to be 3 damage with a critical effect.
Question came up, gravity well thingy affect all ships or just enemy ships? It's all.
All ships.
So the gravity rift is all ships, and the interdictor tokens is all ships.
Yep. So theoretically, you could put it in your own zone, and that would be the only way that you could deploy your own ships at speed 0. So 3 damage to the front of the hammerhead with no defense tokens because your speed's 0.
Yeah, right. I forgot about that.
So you take...
I take 3 and 1's going to be crit.
So instead of using that crit, though, I'm going to use the Orbital Bombardment cannon, which is each ship at distance 1 of the defender suffers 2 damage, and each squadron at distance 1 suffers 1 damage.
Alright, so the Neb B is going to suffer 1 damage, or 2 damage. Right?
So damage is applied to shields.
Right.
So you can choose whichever shield zone that you want to take
the back. So that's 2 here.
Okay.
Right.
And then this A-Wing squad and Hera take a damage.
So 1, 2, well, actually, 1, 2, and then 3.
Correct. So now this comes up.
Yes, it does.
And I'm going to drop to speed 0. And then at the end of my turn, I get to place the token. And we're going to place it right back right where it was. Like that.
Well, folks, this is going to be a short game. Let's see. Next, my activation now. Let's try and move something here. So we've got Gorell's Honor, Navigate. I do have a squadron. I'm going to hold on to that for the moment because I'm not really going to get any good. Yeah, what the hell? Let's do this. We're going to spend the squadron token. Let's see if we can't move this A-Wing. Closer. Close. Not there, but close.
Let me show that. 10 is just out of range. You can hit the plastic, you can't hit the cardboard.
Hammerhead's going to go to speed 1. Now I can use defense tokens. And I think, fortunately, I'm going to run over that squadron.
the squadron into the back, touching you like that.
Okay, back to you.
Back to me. We're going to see if my cord stretches all the way over here. It does. We're going to activate our little Gazanti. It's revealing a navigate. We're going to take it as a token, and then we're going to be passing it over to the Onager. And then we're going to be moving our speed 1 and land right onto the station. Boom, like that. Back to you, Ken.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do the Nav B. Surprise, surprise. Navigate. Do the engineering token. I'm going to spend it. It gives me 2. I get 1 shield back. And then let's jump up to speed 1. Get away from me here. I think I'm kind of stuck for a turn or 2 here. But at least I get to use some defense tokens.
Sounds good. Now we got to go to one of the interdictors. I think we're going to start with this farther interdictor, and I need to get him up into position, so he's going to be revealing a navigate, and we're going to be using it as the dial. And we're going to jump up to speed 2, and do this. And I just dodged my Gazanti. After I picked up my ship, I realized this is going to be way closer than I wanted it to be. But we made it. And we're there.
So back to me.
It is now back to you.
Alright, so we're going to go to the MC-80, have a navigate, and I am going to take it as a token. No shots. And I believe I'm outside of that range 2 of the gravity rift, right?
For this turn.
Yeah.
That bumped.
We have to put it on this side. I'm in that range 2 bracket.
Yes, you are. So we'll see some fun stuff with that next turn. Okay, so my last ship is going to be this interdictor. I think we're going to do the same thing that we did with the other one, revealing a navigate. I already have a nav token, so we're going to use it definitely as that. And we're going to jump up to speed 2. Move to there. Okay. That is all of my ships, and have you done all of your ships?
Yeah.
Okay, so now it is your squadrons.
Alright. Let's see if we can get some of these guys.
So you do have Hera, correct?
I do have Hera, so she can assign rogue.
Yes.
But only to what, distance 2, I think? Yeah, 1 to 2. So I only can really assign it here. It's not going to do me all that much good. So we've got an A-wing heading out over here. Hera moves at 3. So we're going to put Hera right here. Debris field. We're going to place Shara. So the problem is now you're too far away. And I believe that actually puts distance 1, distance 1. Now I have to get within range. We're going to put this A-wing over here. And then the 2 X-wings, which were here for fighter support in the event you had
If I brought fighters?
yeah.
I actually haven't brought fighters recently.
I've
either
noticed
bring
that.
all fighters or bring no fighters. Maybe I'll bring a fighter list tomorrow.
And I think that is all my squadrons.
Okay, so now we go into
Status phase.
and we have to do the obstacle movement at the end of the round. So starting with the second player and alternating, each player chooses one obstacle that does not have an objective token on it and moves it within distance 1 to 2 of the stuff. So let me grab some tokens real fast. And there's how many out right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I have enough tokens for that.
Okay.
We'll drop the tokens there for the time being. I don't know which one I want to move first.
So second player gets to move first.
Second player gets to move first. Let's see where I could move these. Ah, that would be irritating. So let's do that. And then we'll mark it. So I'm hoping that the slowed down ship, I can maybe get it in front of it next
Do
turn.
they need to move towards the rift?
Yes.
Is it directly towards? I seem to recall reading something in the book.
Toward the rift, which cannot be chosen. Okay, I mean, I think then it would move to there.
It'll be about there, yeah.
Well, that's not as fun.
No.
Okay.
I'm okay with that. Okay, so that means I'm going to move this one. Now, overlap, that just means here it sits here, right?
Correct.
That's what we'll go over here. Romodi is now useless.
Yeah.
Well, not useless, but I'm depraving you of a die.
Okay, so this one gets complicated to see if I can even move it, because I have to be able to move it, and there's nowhere that I can move it that I won't be under it, so I believe it just stays where it is.
There was something in the book about that, I remember.
I got the book right here. Let's take a look.
When placing doomed obstacle objective, or doom station objective, move debris from land, blah, 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 blah. Debris field cannot overlap another asteroid field as final position, moves as close as possible to the edge of distance 1 band and places it touching the edge of the asteroid field. Distance 1. Is it distance 1 or is it distance 2 we're supposed to move in these?
1 to 2.
1 to 2. So yeah.
Toward. Directly toward, yes. Along the line with closest on the obstacle to the closest point, the obstacle or token must be moved from its current position to at least the line that marks the end of the distance. If the object cannot be moved its specific minimum distance, it must be moved from its current position as close as possible to the line that marks the end of the specific minimum distance band. Well, that doesn't help me.
No.
Because I can't move it under, you can't move obstacles.
That station's probably just going to sit there.
Yeah, I'm fine pinning it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got to pick a different one. Or
We'll move this one to here, which is the minimum distance that it can go.
just gets these things out of the way.
Okay, so I'll show you guys what I'm meaning. So if you look here at this obstacle under my ship, so direct line would be like this. And I can't physically move it under my ship. So we've decided that we're going to just leave it there unless anyone else has something better to say, because I kind of really have it pinned. We'll give you guys 30 seconds because we've got like a 20-second delay to see if anyone has anything to say. And it's my other movement, so we will move this asteroid over here. Straight toward it. Right to there.
And then the station will just sit tight.
Okay.
So then I think the tokens will wind up coming off. But
Correct. I have the most points near there.
yeah.
So the Empire gains a victory token and will collect it in the black hole.
Check those there for now.
Did anyone have anything else to say in regards to our...
Let's see. We've got 21 people watching right now. Thank you very much for watching. No one has said anything about the gravity rift.
Okay. So we'll just assume we're doing it right for the time being.
Someone can comment later if we're doing it wrong, and maybe we'll fix it.
Yep.
Okay, so then that goes to start of turn 2 then, right?
Yep. Back to dials.
All right. There we go. Turn 2. And all of this will be uploaded to our channel as usual. We'll put in all the chapter breaks so you guys can jump around to the different parts of the game that you're interested in seeing.
And we will also have our lists and everything put in the description then. I'm going to do cheeky things. Okay, I think I'm set whenever you're set, Ken.
I think I'm good to go.
Okay. Any comments before we start the next turn? Before we get into it?
Not much to say other than it sucks, no pun intended, talking about the gravity rift.
So, in my head, I just remember the gravity rift in my head being bigger. I've never played with it. I thought it was something going to be, like, giant, because I know it didn't fit into the one container I had my obstacles in. So, I haven't looked at it in, I don't know, since the set really came out. I just pictured it was going to be something bigger, so I'm kind of disappointed. Could you imagine that, like, if it was, like, an obstacle, like, that took up, like, a good chunk?
That would be cool, though.
It would be pretty awesome. We'll do that someday. Okay, what are you going to activate first?
Okay, so let's see. First, I got to get the hammerhead out of the way, so we're going to activate it first. Surprise, surprise, nav. I don't think I have a shot at all with anything. I don't. So we're going to jump up to speed 2.
Yeah, that's not a legal move.
I got to do the other side. I know what I'm doing, really do. And there I am.
Okay.
All right, John 2.
Okay, before I decide what I'm doing, I'm going to measure some range, and that is pretty
of course
delightful.
We're at long range.
Ooh, boy. I could just leave that, though, for now. There's a lot of fighters I could flag, too. So what I think I'm going to do right now is I'm going to activate my Gazanti. The good old Gazanti is revealing a Navigate, and we're going to toss it to the one ship that doesn't have a Navigate, and it's this Interdictor here. And then we're going to move forward 1, ramming my Interdictor, not doing any damage to it, falling back to where I am at speed 1, which lands me on the station, so I will give it a damage card, and then heal that damage card. Your turn.
Fun times. I love it.
And I did not. I'm really good at showing them what you're doing, then I forget what I'm doing. So, this is what I was saying. It moves forward 1, and then you can see my dials over there. Lands back on it, heals myself. We're good to go.
Let us know if you guys want to see a different camera view of something, or you want close-ups of squadrons or whatever, and we'll try to accommodate as best we can, and we'll just go from there. So let's see. We're back to me, right?
Yep,
You haven't
back
done
to you.
the Onager yet, and you haven't done that Interdictor yet, so I think what I really want to do here, get out of that black range. So let's do the Nav B, Nav, and I think what I'm going to do, that's definitely not going to help. That's not going to help either. jump up the speed to I'm going to overlap Hera. I'm not getting away from that.
And then we're going to drop
Shot.
Hera all the way back as far as I can, because I want her nowhere near my ships. You've managed to stay out of range 1 of that,
That was a point.
but moved
Yeah,
into
the two
range of
A-wings.
those. That's if I roll well, to be honest.
Well, John, your red dice do significantly less than average.
Yeah, but I get to roll twice, so there's that. But I get 1 less now because there's no obstruction.
Mm-hmm.
But you are now at long range instead of extreme range, which benefits me. So, okay. I have to figure out what I want to move first, and I honestly think I'm going to go with the Onager just to see what happens, so then I can determine what I do with my other 2 ships. So let me get this nice shot into range. So just a reminder, my token is right here. We are definitely in close range. So we're going to go with the Onager, and I reveal a navigate. We're going to use it as the dial because I already have the token. And then we're going to go from here. So we're going to make that shot. So that's going to be 4 reds and 3 blacks. And I got this nifty blank that I switched out last time. So let's see what we get. Okay, so what I'm going to...
John's dice. It's black dice now that are no good.
They've betrayed me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend this, and I'm going to block out your evade.
Okay.
So when I spend it, it's removed from the dial, but its effect still takes place.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to switch out a red blank for this red crit
Mm-hmm.
and put it here. And then I'm going to use Veteran Gunners, and I'm going to roll this trash of a roll again. Maybe I'll get some damage. Yep.
Yes and no.
But no. So I'm already blocking your evade, so we'll block out 1 of your braces. Oh, you have, yeah, 1 of your braces. It doesn't matter, and you take 3
So
with critical effects.
I'll brace it to 2.
Okay.
And then which crit are you going to use?
I'm going to use the crit that's going to do damage to your squadrons.
So Hera's going to take 1.
Let me help you out.
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
And then 2 to your front.
And 2 to the front.
Yep. And I have no other shots.
And you get that back. Yeah, black dice are definitely no bueno. I haven't rolled any dice yet. Maybe the dice gods are in my favor today.
My dice don't run hot for anyone. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. Should have brought mine today.
I think I need to start transitioning. So we're going to jump up to speed 1, and we're going to do a little bit of a turn. We're going to totally overlap some stuff. I'm going to just move here slightly to the side.
That's all being overlapped.
And
Sharp
she
slide back.
slides back.
We'll just leave her right in the front.
Okay, and then, because I got nothing better to do, this is what's going to be difficult. If I can kill this ship, then I don't need it there, and I can throw it out here instead. So I think that's what we're going to actually do. Where is that token? We're going to start transitioning targets. We'll throw it out to there. Yeah.
So once again, I banked on your bad dice rolling, and it worked out. That's essentially what happened.
Yes, it is.
So let's see. I get to activate something else now, don't I?
Yep.
We're going to activate medium transport. So navigate. However, there's something about activating and moving within range 2 of the gravity rift.
Correct. When a ship at distance 1 to 2 of the gravity rift resolves the determined core step, its speed is temporarily reduced by 1 to a minimum of 0 until the end of the maneuver.
Right.
So if you bump up to 2, it gets reduced to 1.
So I am jumping to speed 1, or speed 2. I'm reduced down to 1, so I only can make that maneuver. So speed 1 maneuver. But if I'm right, actually maybe I want to just stay at speed 1. I'll stay at speed 1 actually. I think that's a smarter thing to do.
And just burn it.
Yeah, I took it as a dial, so I'm just going to burn it. I think that's a safer thing to do, is just stay at speed 1.
Sounds good. Just poke that out of the way. Okay, so we're at long range. I'll show you guys. We are long range. So we're going to make an attack against you. We're going to reveal an engineering, and we're going to take it as a token. And I'm going to also do the disposable capacitor, so I can throw all my blue dice forward. So that's going to be 3 blues and a red at the front of your Neb B. Let's see what we can get. Seems pretty good.
Do you SW7s?
No, I have heavy Ion Emplacements.
Oh, okay. So let's see, we're at long range.
We are at long range, so you can cancel out the crit.
I'm going to cancel out the crit.
And then you take possibly
and I'm going
3.
to brace that to 2. So that's on my front, right?
Correct.
So there's 1, and I have to take 1 damage.
Correct. Okay, how much more do I need to hit you with?
4.
Ugh. Okay, now I have to figure out where I'm going after that. I think we're going to drop to speed 1 with the token and move forward just 1 to there. Actually, I'm not dropping to speed. I moved 2 last time. Yeah, so dropping to speed 1. Okay.
My turn?
Your turn.
So I've only got 1 guy to activate. Nav on the MC-80, we're going to take his dial, because now I have a dial and a token. I can't shoot anything, so I'm going to move. But I'm within range 2 here.
Yep.
So my speed is reduced to speed 1. But I can make a double turn if I wish. And I kind of don't, actually. I think I'm going to hit that debris field no matter what I do. So let's do this. 1, I do hit the debris field.
Woo!
I'm going to take it off the starboard side. And I wound up wasting that. Okay.
On to my last ship. This is why it was the hard decision if I should be going after the Hammerhead or going after your Neb B. And I think the answer is we're going to go after your Neb B. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to use disposable capacitors. We also are revealing an engineering. And we're going to take that as a token.
You got a clean shot at my front.
I do. I thought I was going to be able to maneuver things better to try to get obstructed shots, but that hasn't worked out so far. So we're going to roll a red and 2 blues against the front of your ship. We're going to block out your evade, and there's going to be 2 damage coming at you.
So we're going to spend out 1 of my brace tokens to make it 1, and that's a crit, right?
No, so what I'm doing is I'm going to heavy ion cannon you, so that zone and your side zones lose a shield, and then you take 1.
Right. So I have no shields on the fronts, and then I take 1. Alright, 2. 3 left. I will actually maybe get a shot with it this turn, or this game.
If you activate it first next turn, I think you will. we're going speed 2, so we're going to... Your arcs are weird. I want to be able to double arc. Yeah, we'll do this. Get in there. I think I did. So you can go with your hammerhead, or my ship's going to double arc. Giving you juicy choices for the next turn.
Alright, so we are now looking at squadrons, right? So I actually have a couple options here.
Yes, you do.
And first of all, Hera is not in range of anyone. Nope. And no. So no one has rogue. But I have this A-wing that can hit the front of your Interdictor. So that A-wing's going to do it. So that's black dice. No.
Black dice?
Yeah, black die for 8 wings. So that's a hit.
Okay. Is anything else in range of this guy? That one, technically. We're going to move that shield to this side with my redirect.
Okay. And then I am going to... No. Right. This A-wing's going to hit the front of the Onager.
Both those guys are in range.
So that's one against the Onager. Again, another black. We'll just roll the same one because I'm feeling lucky with this one. Another hit.
Okay, I will redirect that one. Let me see. That's going to be close. You can't have a shot. We'll redirect it over to here. And then to you.
Alright. This A-wing also firing at the front of the Onager.
Okay.
And nothing.
Miss, and then I salvo you.
Okay.
With a black dice. For a hit.
Okay.
Look at me killing them.
They're actually, yeah, they're a 2-hull, so you might actually destroy it. Alright, so now the X-Wings. X-Wings are going to line themselves up here for the next round. And then we have Shara.
Shara Bay.
Shara can hit, I believe, the side of your Onager.
Yes, you can.
So she's going to shoot the side of your Onager.
Okay.
And she's going to use her black die for a miss. Because,
awesome.
you know, that's what happens. And I still have Hera to move. But I don't think... She is rogue. So... we're going to move Hera here. I believe we are in... Yeah. And then we're going to shoot at the Interdictor.
Okay.
That's a black and blue. See what we get.
Switching out that black dice this time?
Yep. One hit. Should have kept it.
Okay, we're going to just take that to the front. Shields go down. Okay.
Concentrate on the Onager. I was thinking about doing that. Hold that thought.
Okay.
So that's, I think, all the squadrons?
Yep. So now we go to moving obstacles, which not many of them are going to be able to move that far. So I'm going to move this guy. We're going to move him the minimum to there. So then if I choose to shoot you, I have a nice obstructed shot.
Okay, I'm going to choose this one and moving it to 2.
I think it's just outside.
And it's either just outside. That is like millimeters of stuff. So next turn it'll touch it, and when it touches, it goes away. Correct?
Correct. Like it's not touching.
It's not touching, but it is so close, folks.
Okay, then we're going to move this guy the minimum of 1 to here. Nice probably just going to follow me across the board into the rift.
This minimum of 1, but I can move a little further. Get it out of the way here altogether.
And then this guy, let me just select your X now. Somewhere like that. And he moves there. And then I don't know if you can actually move that one.
I don't think so.
Because it's going to be under still.
Yeah, so it's sitting here. You know what? Let's mark this.
How about you mark that corner after I thought that?
Yeah. All right.
And then you can see.
I move that. Do that.
Here, hold on. Let me grab another of the same amount.
No, it's not going to work. Because if it's in this orientation.
So it's just that
even
no.
if we, well,
Technically, there it would work.
yeah,
So you want to move it there?
yeah, we'll go ahead and move it like such.
That's really close.
It'll be fine.
Okay, and then I'll take the other one as we create obstacles.
Yep. See, we don't have phantom ships. We have phantom obstacles.
And then that touches that. These all come up. I'm clearly the closest Imperial player to the...
Yep, you get another victory token.
I get another victory token. I'm currently winning by 40 points.
40 points, yeah. Now I gotta take something out.
Yep. Okay. I think we're back to dials.
Yes, so here we go into turn 3.
Okay, I'm set. And if you want to take a second to look at the chat to see if we've missed anything between rounds.
We'll do that. Just a second.
I think we're ready to go into turn 3. So this is one of the problems I have with the Onager so far, is that I feel it doesn't... I know people always talk about it doing crazy amounts of damage, and I know you've done like massive...
Large overview, blurry. Maybe a little bit. We can see if we can adjust the focus a little bit, or can we?
I can try. So one of the problems I was having with the focus is that if I have it on autofocus, it will just move in and out and give you seizures. So let's see.
So the MC-80 is getting remarkably close to being in range, but it is still outside.
Move your arm again.
Oop, sorry.
Oh,
So I had originally thought I could deploy everything on my right side and then run around the rift. I wouldn't have been taking any damage, but where we're currently sitting, no shots would have been fired yet. And John would have had a different deployment here. He'd have the other interdictor pulling along, and then he'd be concentrating on the sides. So
hopefully that's a little bit better. Basically, I can make it more blurry, or this.
So we're going to leave it at that. Maybe that helps. Hopefully. Let us know. We're doing our best. So
this is the first time we've had the cameras in this orientation. We might need to switch them for different cameras the next time.
But like I said, we're doing what we can, trying to get you the best Armada that we can provide you as we move along. So, but John, you were talking about the Onager.
Yes. I feel like, well, mainly because of my rolls are terrible, but I just don't see the damage potential as much. I know I've gotten shots at you across the board before you were in range. but I haven't done that much with it. I feel like my Interdictor has done better in this so far. So, but this is only my second time using the Onager. If you refer back to, I believe, spoilers, cover your ears, the game that I lost, I was using a double Onager-less.
Mm-hmm.
I think, careful. I think that I just, it's for as much as I dropped to speed 0, it's not my type of shit. But that's my opinion on it. Okay, so it's going to be for you first, Ken.
So, looking at my fun options that you have really given me, and the proximity I am to your stuff, I mean, you're going to hit me pretty hard with that Interdictor if I don't move first.
Probably.
The Onager is going to have to shoot here. You don't have gunnery teams in the Onager, correct?
No.
So if you do the Onager first, he'll be okay. You can't shoot at him. You go there. That's a red. You've already burnt your disc caps. So I'm either risking, the way you roll, 3 to 4 damage, which will take it out if you shoot at that. I don't think that's worth the risk. So I'm going to activate it first.
Okay, activating the Neb.
So Neb B, I have concentrate fire.
Big surprise.
So we are going to fire directly at the Onager. And we have...
We're at medium range?
We're at medium range, yeah.
Beautiful.
So, 3 reds. And because of Sato, I get to take 2 of those reds, drop them out. I now have blacks. So, let's see what I get. Ugh.
Delightful.
Ugh.
I mean, honestly, this is just proving how terrible my dice are. So hopefully in those new clone sets and the Separatist sets,
There'll be some new dice.
I'll
that
just
get
take
pulled
those
out.
dice and I'll put them aside and have the clone dice, and maybe they'll work better.
So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the concentrate fire dial, and I'm going to pull in...
It's a black dice.
I'm going to pull in a black.
It's gotta be a black
It's
dice.
got to be a black.
Okay.
Okay, slightly better. And now do I want to LTT that? Let's see. Right now you're going to drop it down 2 if I don't. I
Yes,
can
you want to try to get
potentially
a
make it. I want to get that crit. So yeah. Here we go. So, no. So, 3 hits on you. Did not get any crits for salvation, which is irritating.
It's how it always is
Yeah.
when I use Salvation. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to brace it to 2. I'm going to salvo you, and then I'm going to just take 2 to the front.
So we have a few new people that jumped onto the stream. We'll talk to you. I'll answer a couple of your questions in just a second.
Alright, let's finish this activation. So I'm salvoing you into your front, from my front, using my rear dice. So
Yep.
a red and a blue. So I can do this after every attack I do against a ship, right?
Correct. Yeah,
Cool.
Gunnery Chief can pretty much swap it out. That's one of the fun things about her.
Okay, so I'll leave it at 2 hits into your ship.
2 hits into the Neb B. We're at medium range.
Yes. Yep. Ugh is correct.
Alright, we're going to brace. And I'll take 1.
Okay.
Alright. Second shot, I can hit the front of your Interdictor. That's a black, or a red and a blue, which gets swapped out
To 2 reds.
to 2 reds. Because I don't really want to use blacks on these.
No, you
Actually,
take a black and
yeah,
a red, so you can use leading shot.
I'm going to do that.
Or link.
Link.
Ugh.
Which, of course, I don't have to. So there's 3 damage into the front of the Interdictor.
So we're going to totally brace that
Mm-hmm.
and just take 2, I guess, to the front. That's kind of brutal.
Of course, I get this shot on
On the other
out
ship.
of the side, not out of the
Yeah.
All right. So I am at speed 1, and I've got some limiting factors here. I want to stay out of that front arc of the Onager for sure. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to overlap Hera. So you get to move her in. I'm going to overlap that A-wing as well. But I think I'm just... Oh, this is so close. No.
I have your side.
You got the back corner. So, yeah.
So if I want to, I could take a long-range shot against your side. So this is what's weird about this. So I'm shooting from here, and it would be bouncing back toward you at medium range into your side. That's kind of a weird shot. I'm not going to lie.
So that was that activation.
Okay.
So we're gonna hit the chat here because we had a couple new people that have joined in and everything else. So I'll read out a couple questions and we'll see what we can do with it. So you guys are doing a great job. Love your work. Thank you very much, David Thompson. We appreciate it. Are there any special cards or upgrades inside the Onager box? Are we asking about the... Well, if we're talking about the ship itself.
So the Onager has two special, I think they're called like heavy weapons.
Yeah, they're super weapons.
Super weapons that are very important. It allows you to do that very long range shot with this token at different ranges and have different critical effects. So like the one that I'm using currently is the Orbital Bombardment Particle Cannon, which allows me to place my ignition token at the red range, so very far out. And it reads ignition, which is this attack specifically, red crit for each ship at distance 1 of the defender. It's for each ship that's at distance 1 of the defender, they suffer 2 damage, and each squadron at distance 1 of the defender suffers 1 damage. So earlier, when Ken ships were over here, I hit his hammerhead, bounce damage over to the Nabi, and hit, I believe, 2 of your fighters at the time. So those cards are very unique, specifically for the Onager, and are a lot of fun to use. It also has new commander, which is the commander I'm using, General Romodi, that instead of obstructing and taking away a dice, you add in a red dice, and has a couple other Imperial commander cards.
Probably the most interesting one is the weapons team, Gunnery Chief Varnillian. Because she's the one that allows you to swap out a die, and if you're the first player, you get to... I think you set it however you want at the beginning. Some interesting titles that go along with the Onager, and then that's pretty much the run of the gamut in terms of what's comes in that particular box. So hopefully we answered your question there. So let's see. Moving on to the next thing. I jumped a little bit here, so apologies. Started watching live stream, ran a double interdictor list with the Onager last week. Struggled to get a lot of damage through the Onager due to strafing ISD. The Onager is kind of the thing where I found the best way to use it. You have to stay back and just launch your weapon, your heavy weapons at a distance. Best new card is the Gunnery Chief. I agree. Probably one of the best ones that came in there. Advanced projectors, strongly recommend advanced projectors on a MiG-30. Sensor team, ordnance experts over Varnillian and vet gunners. I've actually tried that. It is not... It's hit or miss. Kind of depends on how hot your dice get.
Well, I think that time you were using the Star Destroyer, not the Testbed. I think it's good with the Testbed.
Yes.
I don't think it's good necessarily with the...
You also need the medium-range one, not the orbital bombardment, but the super heavy composite turbo laser or whatever it is. Okay, this one I do like. Serious question: how do you get your wives to let you play so often?
Can I make the really terrible joke? You get divorced and then you can do whatever you want.
In all seriousness, so my wife is very supportive of this, and I love her to death, and I appreciate the fact that she lets me come over to John's place and play Star Wars Armada and Battletech all the time. So, and then we do other things too, and occasionally we hang out. So, honestly, it's because I got a great relationship. My wife's awesome.
Yes.
So
that is the truth.
All right, that kind of hits the end of the chat, so I guess we'll get right back to the game, but hopefully that answered a couple of your questions, folks.
Okay, so me. I have
Yes,
to figure out
you.
what I want to do first.
Not destroy the Nebulan B.
I don't think I am. I honestly don't. I think the better answer is going to be this Interdictor over here that has you double arced in blue range into your front. So we are revealing with that guy a Navigate, and we're going to be using it. I have to decide if I want to move shields or not. The ship is already damaging. I need to wait another turn before I try to do anything fun with that. Okay, so we're going to take the side shot first, because if I manage to miraculously kill you, which I kind of doubt, then I can switch over to the other ship. So we're going to do 2 blues and a red. It would be awesome to get an obstructed shot, but I don't. And we're going to fire that into your front. Wow. Okay.
A very
cool.
accurate shot. I can't use any of my defense tokens, and you get 1 damage in, John.
Oh gosh.
You should totally do that.
Yes, that's what we're doing. I don't have any means to reroll anything. So, yes.
All right.
Cool. I have other shots against the Neb B, so we're going to go again against the Hammerhead. Gosh, my dice, man. And we're going to roll the same attack. Cool. This time it's a little better, and I'm going to block out your evade,
Okay.
and then I kill you.
No.
Okay, so you declare what you're doing.
I can force the contain and then the redirect.
Okay, so I choose my crit, which is going to be heavy Ion Emplacements,
Yeah.
which then blow out your side shield, so you have nowhere to redirect.
And then I got to take 3. 1, 2, 3. Which does, yes, destroy it.
Yes! Victory for the Empire! Okay, and now I have to actually figure out what I'm moving to. Do we just ram you?
You could. You won't kill it.
No. But it's an interdictor, right? Like, it's got plenty of health. Yeah, we're gonna just ram you and move 1 straight ahead.
If only we could live stream our matches. Patrick Hammer. You want to live stream your matches, or you're just looking for more games to be able to play? I know with the pandemic, a lot of getting together has not been easy to do anywhere.
You get to place one of your things, and then both of us take a damage.
Alright, so I'm going to put him right in the front because I'm going to chew you up.
I know, it's going to be bad. Okay, now it's to you.
So now to me, I think...
You have these 2 options over here.
Yeah, let's see what we have twice.
Nothing, because I'm not going to move you into letting you kill me, and you're both inside the depth field of that big black hole in the middle of the map.
75. Again with the... I wonder, am I within... No. Rats. I'm going to take that as a token.
And then just, it's trapped in the gravity well?
Sit there. Yeah. I think I'm smarter doing that for the
Okay.
time being. So back to you. It's the equivalent of a strategic advisor right now.
Yeah, it really is. Okay, so I think we're going to need to finish off, or attempt to finish off, this Neb B. And there's a couple different ways to do it, and I think we're going to try to do it first with the Onager. So, let me make sure I get this. Yeah, okay. So, we're going to fire out the front at the token.
Mm-hmm.
And by out the front at the token, I mean we're going to then just ricochet it back into your sock.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's going to be a medium range shot, and it's going to be 4 red dice.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, 4 red dice. And I need what?
One to kill me.
1 hit to kill you?
1 to kill me.
That's pushing it with the way I've been rolling.
Yeah,
So
so and I've got nothing to really do with it. So what we're going to find out, though, red dice, you have a chance, John, at actually rolling 1.5 points of damage.
Okay, so also before we go there, so clearly this is obstructed. But you don't draw a line of sight from the token, you actually draw a line of sight from your ship, and this is a clear shot.
Yeah.
So I'm really getting my money's worth out of Romodi.
Yeah.
I think I've added so far 1 extra dice.
Yes.
Cool.
And I've deprived you of the rest.
So here we go. 4 dice. And do you mind handing me that dice? Because I'm stuck back here.
There you go.
Ooh.
Well.
So that will kill you.
It will kill me.
So what we're going to do is we're going to swap out the double, because I kind of like that double, and put that in, and we're going to block your evade.
So sure, I'll dump that to do so because I can, dropping it down to 2 damage instead of 3.
And I choose to use a normal crit and not just
normal crit.
do damage to myself.
Okay, I was hoping you were going to do damage yourself. So, for those interested, disengaged fire control, but this comes out, and then there's, one other die that extra card that comes out, so.
Yep.
Alright, there we go. So, 2 ships down.
Okay, and then I'm going to move. I'm going to just move Sheriff.
Yeah, go
at
ahead.
this corner. We're going to do this maneuver. Can I double crank it? What did I have with my... I didn't even show you guys. I got a nav, because that's what I'm doing. We're going to double crank it. Maybe I can land, maybe I can't. I'm going to totally land on that A-wing, please. And...
You ram yourself.
Just out of curiosity, if I just did 1, I think I would have landed, right?
Yeah, you would have been fine.
Well, that's super frustrating. Look at me killing my ships.
Actually, he's, what about right there?
Yeah, he's fine. So I take a damage to both. Okay. That's that.
So that's that, and now I have an MC30 to... MC80 to move. MC30s, I'd be all over you. Okay, navigate, because why not? We're going to use a dial. And I'm really not getting a whole heck of a lot of utility out of this. You still are... You haven't moved that guy yet, have you?
I have not. No, there's a reason for that. Hold on. Crap,
so-
I didn't put my token out. Womp, womp, womp. Are you fine if I put it out?
I'm going to be nice and let you put it out, because at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to do anything with it anyways.
I don't know.
We'll see how much of a mistake that was later. What are we looking forward to most with the Clone Wars release? John, you want to say what you're looking forward to?
Munificence. I don't even know if the ships are going to be good. I just really like the ships.
Let's see.
It looks like it's a kind of tanky victory, which kind of... You're in.
I'm into it.
You're in. I think this might move you out of it, but we'll see.
Am I still in?
No, you
finally out.
Finally moved outside.
Finally moved out. All right. To answer the same question, I'm looking forward to all the new ships, the squadrons. I really want to know what rules they come up with. I'm kind of hoping for some nifty Jedi interactions and force powers. I think that's just going to be really cool to see what comes out. So hopefully we're going to find out a lot more during tomorrow's live stream.
I'm revealing with my Gazanti a nav, and we're going to be jumping up to speed 2 to move right here.
But again, as a reminder, we are going to live stream again tomorrow, directly following Fantasy Flight's stream. We're going to talk about what we saw, what we found out, and then we're also going to add in another battle report. And I don't think we've decided what the fleets are yet, so we'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah. I have some really, really wacky fleets that I've been working on. I don't know, just recently, like, I've gone completely away from anything super competitive. Like, I have a double Quasar Star Destroyer with, like, almost 16 TIE Fighter list I want to try. And I had an super Star Destroyer I wanted to try. Like, I have a bunch of weird, strange ideas that are stuck in my head. So...
Squadrons, right?
No, this ship's
No,
supposed to
you
come.
moved that. That's right.
I think we're out of range, so we're going to flak out the front. And we can hit these guys.
Okay.
So...
And because the X-Wings have escort, you have to shoot them. You can't shoot the A-Wing, right?
Right. So first X-Wing, we're going to go X-Wing, X-Wing, and
Then
then
A-Wing.
A-Wing. Around. Boom. Hit the first X-Wing. We're going to stick with this guy. Miss the second X-Wing, and miss the third shot. Okay. This guy has a nav. We're going to probably be using it to go here. Let's see. That would be bad.
Wouldn't the Clone Wars victory be equal to the Empire's ISD? I think in canon the answer to that question, relative, I think the answer to that question is yes. And I think you also have to look at, are we talking pre-Disney canon or post-Disney canon? Because pre-Disney canon, that was basically, I think, what all your Venators and whatnot wound up becoming. At least going back to the West End Games stuff.
Okay.
Shout out to anyone that played the old West End Games D6 Star Wars system.
Staying at speed 1, tossing that just for fun.
Okay.
There we go.
And how close are we now?
Out of range. Yep. It's like I did it intentionally. Okay, now you can just shred me with your fighters, though.
Yeah.
So, first we are going to give Rogue to these two, because we can.
Okay.
And probably not really going to man, I'm tempted to start tearing through this Interdictor. I know I should be going after the Onager, but you actually got a couple hits on this one, right? On the Interdictor?
Yes, I have 2 damage on it.
Alright. So, first one, black die is a miss.
Yay!
Of course. And then we're going to move him here. And he's also rogue and going to move forward because he can. And let's try a different black die because I don't like this one. That's a hit.
I'm running out of stuff. We're going to redirect over to this side.
David Thompson loved that RPG. That was an awesome RPG.
West End Games, man. That's where it all was.
Think you're going to have to move to hit me?
Yeah, but Hera's rogue, so
Correct.
there we go. Move forward.
And I get a black and blue
Correct.
for a hit and an accuracy.
And I am not going to let you use your redirect.
Okay, I take a hull damage. Bam.
This A-Wing's going to go at you.
We're going to continue to use this black die. If I can get, yeah, of course. Still hit. Into the front.
Into the front. We'll take another one.
Okay. Shara. She's going to shoot at the side of the Onager.
Okay.
Actually, this has been a good black die. Not anymore.
As soon as you say that.
That goes away. We're going to burn it.
And then these two X-Wings, I'm going to make both shots into the front.
So the red dice and bombers. That's one hit.
We will redirect that to this side.
And nothing on the other one.
Beautiful.
Favorite Rebel and Imperial commanders is what Patrick Hammer is asking. We actually just did a video series on that. I'm going to honestly say my choices today are different from what they were when we did that, which we only did a couple months ago.
Really?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Which one? Which the Rebels or the Imperial change?
The Rebels have changed a little bit. I actually think I like Maydeen better than I liked them previously.
I mean, that's just on the bottom, though.
Yeah, but he's moving up.
He's moving up. through the garbage. I think we decided like there's 8 rebel. There's not 8. There's 5 rebel commanders that are currently just trash.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite commander in either fleet is Sloane. I love flying Sloane. I've played a lot of Sloane. Sloane's my girl.
Not Thrawn. Tarkin. Tarkin is my Imperial guy. I swear there's a good 400-point competitive list to use him in.
There's not. Okay.
There has to be. But anyways.
That's all your squadrons?
All squadrons have been moved, so we are on to status phase and then adjusting where stuff is sitting.
Okay, I think pretty much everything's going to disappear into the Rift.
I think you're right.
So let's start doing that. I'm going to start by moving this, let's get it on over here. This station, the minimum of 1, if I can do it. Yeah, we'll call that good. Right to there. Well, and then the rest of them are all located in the center, right near the Rift. So you can choose which one you would like to move in.
Well, let's take that one that I moved earlier, so this one, which hits and then goes away, right?
Beautiful. Oh no, this goes in.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to take this guy and we're going to disintegrate him into it. Boom.
All right. Who's too expensive? Sloane?
No, Tarkin, I think they're talking about.
Oh, Tarkin. Yeah, he is definitely way too expensive. But there's got to be a good use for him.
Bam.
And I tell you what, that good use is going to be when John and I do a filmed game of 1,200 points.
Okay, and then I get an additional victory token
You
because
do
I'm hogging this station over in the corner.
All right. And now we move into turn 4.
And this is where it's all going to go belly side up.
Yeah, probably for me. All right, let's see what we can do. All right. Is the Rift eating asteroids a house rule? It is not a house rule. That is specific to the objective we are playing.
Doom Station.
Doom Station. So what happens is everything moves towards the gravity rift, and ultimately when it hits it, it goes to oblivion. The station over here has been bumping into John's ships, so it's only moving so far. And people are answering that. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Okay. I think I'm set. If
Right,
you're
I'm set. So we go into command phase. We did that. So ship phase.
You have 2 choices.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do the transport again with the nav. Let's just kick the sucker up to speed 3.
Okay.
Because it's just sitting there doing nothing, and that bothers me to obscene amounts. And then I can do something like this.
Ken really wants me to try to kill that transport.
Your dice are just not doing it today, John.
Oh,
so
geez.
I just
I
want
can
it.
take lots of shots at it. Oh man.
I just.
He had made it obstructed for me, but it's extreme range, so it's not going to do anything.
And your token's all the way over. Well, it doesn't.
Well, it's close range there. I don't know what I want to do. Let's start off by activating this injured interdictor over here, and he's going to do what interdictors do best. We got an engineering and an engineering token, so let's start doing some shields back up. So we're going to activate what? 3 shields? I think we're just going to put
For 6, yeah.
all 3 shields onto the front. I could move 2 shields, but I kind of want the shields on this ship. And then what we're going to do is I can either flak or I can throw 2 reds at you. I can throw a lot of reds at you. I think we're going to throw 2 reds at you. Why not? I have nothing better to do. I don't think I'm going to kill your squadrons. Or it could. Your A-Wings are kind of close. What turn is this?
4.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of hard decisions. Let's flak. Let's go with... There's 2 A-Wings that are in front of me with 2 health, so we're going to attack the one that's over there first. And I threw it right out. For a hit.
Okay, so the one furthest over, right?
Yep, and then we're going to attack the other guy on 2 for another hit. And then we're going to attack the Hera for a hit. This is a good dice. We're going to keep this dice on my side, I think.
Yeah.
And then this guy is double arc,
Yep,
so
you
we're
can
going to
shoot
shoot
him
him
twice.
twice. He has no defense token, so I'm just going to roll it together.
Roll 2 dice, that's fine.
For 2 hits.
All right.
Those get kept over here. And then we're going speed 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really move well.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to do this, and we're going to probably squish her up. Yep. And that guy. That guy stays where he is, and then you can place those 2.
Let's see. We want to put. We're going to put us in the back here. We have a reason for that.
Okay. You're done placing?
Yeah, because you should be...
No, you could hit me from the side. You've got, you're black on that?
Yeah. That's
So
what I'm asking.
we're fine.
Yeah, you're fine. Crap.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good there.
Crap. Okay. It's all good. It's your turn.
So, we've got this MC-80 that I really don't want to activate, so I'm just going to pass. And-
Okay, I pass back.
Yeah, great. All right, so, the non-existent strategic advisor. So, I've got squadrons because I forgot that I wanted to move my guys back to move them forward. But I do have boosted comms. So, I think... Yep. And yep.
2 X-Wings.
So I have 2 X-Wings I can do something with here. I'm trying to look at what my most juicy target might be, and I think what I kind of want to do is run back and try and do something to the Onager. So we're going to move this X-Wing over here.
And we're going to attack your port side. So, this is red dice, correct? Yes. 1 hit.
Okay, we're going to redirect that to the back.
Okay, and this X-Wing looks like he can slot right in here.
And attack my side as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
And misses.
Cool. I will take that.
Okay, I've got nothing else I can activate with that, so that goes away. And I have nothing to shoot at because we're just out of range.
Just out of range.
It's plastic to plastic. That's it.
You're going speed 2.
I'm going speed 2.
Should still be long range, I believe.
All right, your turn.
I have to now figure out exactly what I want to do.
Is anyone surprised by the blank red? No, because my squadrons and reds don't do anything. And John, where did you get the playmat?
I if you walk over here, there might be a name on the box. I found it at one of our local tournaments, and I bought it there. It was just it was at a regional.
Gamer mats.
It's called Gamer Mats. I don't know if you can find it online or not. I thought this one looked really cool. They had a lot offered at the store, some like lava planets, just some like giant starburst type maps. This is the one I liked. Okay, I think we're going to activate
The Gazanti?
the Gazanti, who's doing a navigate, and we're going to pass that navigate over to my interdictor. And then I have no shots, because we're black. Range, and then we're going to go speed 2, and we're going to kick it like this. So there. Okay, and then I think it's still my turn today.
Correct,
That
yeah,
whole thing
I
I missed that whole thing on camera. I'm doing awesome. Okay, now we're going to go with the interdictor, who's revealing a engineering, and I'll be able to heal this one all the way back up to full health because of you're not attacking it.
Give a slightly different angle of the entire battlefield here. Ooh, wow, that goes up an extra peg. Learned something new today.
So I really don't have any good shots. This is obstructed. I think we're going to do this one though. So we're going to do this long range shot against your ship, and then we're going to flak into this region here.
Alright.
Or down here. We'll do that shot and do it. So it's obstructed. So I get a red, and then I get to throw in an additional red. Because of my commander. So this is the second time I get to use them?
I think so, yeah.
Wow. Okay. I need new red dice. Jeez. Okay, that's cool. Good talk. Okay, then we're going to shoot out the side here. And we're going to hit this A-wing and that A-wing. We're going to first attack the A-wing that's on 1 health. Killing it.
Okay.
And then we're going to attack the A-wing on 2 health. Not doing anything to it. And we got to figure out where we're going to move. I think we're going to jump up to speed 2 and move to here.
Yay, obstruction. Yeah, John has managed to capitalize on Romodi today.
Twice.
Twice, yeah. Out of the, 8 or 9 shots you took?
Yeah. We're going to move to here.
Now you can start suffering like I did.
Suffering. I think I want to stay here. I don't know what you're talking about. Did we do this right? Okay, cool. Outside of blue?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. That's that ship, and then it's the Onager. So the Onager is revealing an engineering because it's getting balloonsed up. And I have 3 points. So what we're going to do is we're going to move a shield from the front to the back, and then we're going to put up a shield on the side for a total of 3 points. Then we're going to make this shot because I technically have to, and it's going to be extreme range into your thing at close range. Obstructed. So I get 5 red dice. And 3 black dice.
There's the Romodi shot everyone wanted to see.
Yep, and if you all remember, I could have taken an accuracy last time, and I chose not to. And instead I have a double hit red sitting on my gunner. So we're going to need to re-roll this entire thing with veteran gunners. That was a really good roll.
That was an outstanding roll. I would have just left it.
I just need an accuracy, though.
No, you don't want any accuracies. What do people use those for?
Yeah. Then you can do whatever you want with it.
I think I'm going to scatter that.
I figured you would. That's super depressing.
Do you have any other ships to shoot at? You're done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you have no more activations, then just for fun, I'm also going to cancel, one of those dice too, because I can.
Oh, jerk. Okay.
I take my little victories where I can.
We're going to flag all these fighters out the side. So, X-Wing 1, Shara, then X-Wing 2.
Okay.
X-Wing 1. Hit.
It takes a hit.
Shara. Miss. I can't even make you use your scatter.
No.
And then miss.
Alright.
I think I've had more misses than I've had hits this game.
I think you have.
Okay, and that's that. And now I'm going to be speeding away at speed 1. Or I could jump to speed 2, which I don't think I'm going to do. We're going to do this. I'm going to land totally on that A-wing. And we're going to place out that token again, which is going to go long range. Right there.
Okay.
And that's it for all of my activations. Your squadrons.
So squadrons. So anything with red, which is everything but the X-Wings.
Correct.
So, for starters, I believe I've got rogue assignments to my 2 A-Wings that are left.
Correct.
Man, I really want to do something at Interdictor, but you're just going to bring it back. So, let's... This A-Wing is going to jump to the other side.
Okay.
Let's see what we can do. So, black dice. That's a hit.
That is a hit. We're going to take it, and then we're going to shoot a black back at you.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to do that right now. Yes. For a hit.
Okay, still alive. It's on 1 health, so now it's not going to die.
Okay.
This A-Wing
Is going to jump across.
and do the same thing.
For a hit.
And we're going to take it, and we're going to burn out our salvo. Yes!
Okay, you actually took 1 out.
11 points.
And then Hera.
Arrow only moves 3.
Hera's going to hang out in the back.
And shoot you there. So it's a black and a blue. 2 hits.
Okay.
My fighters have done more damage this game than anything else.
That's usually how it goes. We're going to brace it and take 1 off the back.
And then I believe Shara's still left.
Yep.
She's in range. So we're going to activate her.
And Shara also gets a black. And if you salvo her, which you can't, she gets a counter, right?
What is our time on that camera?
75.
Okay.
1 hit.
We take down the shield. Okay.
You need like 8 or 9 A-Wings to just go up against an Onager. Alright, so then that goes to status phase. I get those back. I was taunting you with.
Yes, you were. And then we get to move stuff. There's only 2, so I get to move stuff first. I'm going to move this station over here. Can you see it? I don't know if I can drop it in here. Oops. I'm going to mark something with the front of it. And see if I can fit it all the way in here. Yeah. Okay. There. I'm going to drop this thing on it. Boom.
Okay. And then this guy over here, because I don't really want obstructions, we go to range 2.
I don't know if it's going to hit
No,
it.
it'll be
It's going to just be right outside of it.
just right outside of it once again. It bumped that a little bit. So we're close. Not quite.
And then I can put the choke token on, but it's just going to come right off, and then you get another victory point.
Yes, I do. For the Empire. That is not a victory point.
Whatever happened to Whiskey Armada? Stay tuned.
I actually don't know if we can do that on YouTube.
We might not be able to, but we could pretend. So
Pretend we're not doing it, or pretend we are doing it?
that is left for the censors. So here we go, folks, into turn 5. Maybe we could do that on Twitch.
I don't even know if we can do it there.
There we go. There's an idea for Patreon. If you want to see us play Whiskey. All right, so
You'll never believe what most of my commands are here or not.
I'm guessing fun stuff, right?
Yep, lots of fun stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter with those anymore. And this one, it matters even less. So, yeah.
Okay. You want to take a second to make sure we're caught up with the chat?
Let's see. Forget the score. Whoever forgets least wins. Whoever's forgets least wins. Well, I forget all the time, and I'm older than John, so that means I win a lot, right?
This fleet has a lot of upgrades that,
Oh, yeah. When we talk about everything after the fact, I got a couple things I'm going to say about this list that you built up. First of all, your list is awesome and horrendous.
It's
And-
horrendously bad.
Yeah, but it's also remarkably evil. Because right off the get-go, I was given a crap choice.
Yes, you
Either
were.
deploy at speed 0 to maybe try and do something, or move everything. In retrospect, I should have shoved everything over here, moved it at speed, and gone along. I would have less things dead right now. But I was worried about points and whatnot, and you would have won because of it, even if I didn't lose anything. So, you know, it is what it is. I was playing to the objective, not to my original plan, which is usually what screws me up in Armada.
Yes, it is.
So, I get to activate first, right?
Yes, you do.
Fireball, blue dice. I'm going to do this guy, Nav. We're at speed 3, but we're at distance 2. Right?
Yep.
So I'm only moving at speed 2. And we're going to do one of these numbers. Get us out of the way. 2. 1.5. 2. Still in blue?
Still in blue from the front. Not in
the
blue
side.
in that. Out of range of that. And now you are out of range of... I guess I just jabbed that board.
So the suggestion is for Whiskey Night, it's whoever forgets. Well, that's not fair to John. Again, I'm older. I've been doing it longer.
Okay. This is turn 5, right?
We are in turn 5, yes.
Okay. I don't know what I want to activate. I think we're going to activate this guy here.
And for those of you that are still watching, this is almost kind of what we do when we're filming with moving the one camera around. So during our normal videos, of which we'll be shooting more, there'll be more coming, we do a lot of camera thoughts ahead of time, and we do a lot more table talk.
Okay, so we're doing engineering with that interdictor. So we're going to get 2 more shields, which I will place right here, and then transfer both those shields over to here.
Oh, with the projectors?
Yes. Okay, so I actually only get 1 shield left, and we're going to drop the rear down.
Will you both be attending Las Vegas Open in January if it doesn't get canceled?
Yes, I will be there. I've already bought my tickets and stuff, just in case it doesn't get canceled, because that was actually the last tournament I'm at. Who would have thought it would go like a whole year without a tournament? So we're going to take our shot over at you, 3 blues and a red, into your transport. The transport's going to get away probably scotch-free, but it's an attack, so why not? Cool. I block your scatter, and you have that.
Okay, so 3 hits.
Medium range.
Medium range. Is this to my Gazanti?
Well, your transport, yes.
Yeah, yeah. I play Imperials all the time.
Ken is an Imperial, true and true. So we're blocking out your scatter.
Yeah, I can't scatter. So we'll go ahead and we're at medium. So re-roll the red crit.
Perfect. Accuracy. So we're going to use heavy ion emplacements and take out the shields on your side, your front, and your rear, and then you take 2 damage.
Forgot you had that.
And then we are going speed 2, so we're going to chase you down at this point, I think.
I may or may not go to the Las Vegas Open. That's kind of up for debate. A lot of things that has to be decided before I can go. This goes back to having wives and stuff.
But back to that joke. I actually have an awesome girlfriend that is absolutely fine with me doing this and going to tournaments and all that fun stuff. So that's my interdictor there, chasing down your transport.
So I am clearly activating my Mech 80. I've got to navigate, which I'm just going to use the dial. So let's actually, for the first time ever, make a shot. And, of course, Sato can't be used because I've got nothing within range 1.
Correct.
So I only have 3 reds. What speed is that interdictor moving at?
2.
So I'm not going to get the quad battery turrets out of it. And it's not activated. So 3 reds, let's see what happens. Maybe I get lucky. 3 hits, and I can do nothing other than let you take 3 hits. I should have said this was to your side.
It was to the side?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll brace it to 2, and then we will redirect both to the front.
And then I have no other shots, so then I get to move.
Correct.
Where's my... over here. And I'm finally outside of the range here, for the gravity rift.
I think I just moved into it, which actually plays into my benefit because I don't want to fly off the table the next turn.
I think that's going to behoove you to do that, yeah. Alright, here we go. That should double arc you, I think. Yes. Good. Whoops. As I knock everything over and break stuff, I did not use that.
Alright, John, you get to move everything else now.
Yes, I do. So we're going to go first with the transport over in the corner here. We are doing a navigate. We're going to take it as a token, and we're going to pass it over to that ship, because he clearly needs it. And then we're going to be moving our Speedy 2, like so. Actually, first, I need to launch a black into your Hera. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
It's a hit.
Okay, Hera takes a hit. I'll let you move first.
I'll spinner for you. So we're on 5, now we're down to 4. Okay. And then we got the Juggernaut with the Onager. It has a engineering. So why are you laughing?
Oh, it's just fun.
Trying to stay alive. We're going to regenerate a shield onto the back, and then we're going to take a shield from the side and move it to the front. Like that. And then we got some shots. We're going to black range all of these ships. So first, we're going to attack the A-Wing that is on 1 health. And we kill it.
Okay. That's a first, John. You didn't leave something on 1 health.
I know. I've been actually doing pretty good at clearing out
Squadrons.
your squadrons, which surprises me. Then we're going to attack the A-Wing on 4, doesn't matter, your pick, for a hit. And then the other X-Wing on 4 for another hit. And then we're going to attack Shara For a hit.
Yeah, but she's just going to scatter it away.
But I made you use it.
Yeah, but I'm going to get it back.
Okay, now we're going to attack Hera. Right? I don't have any real attacks. Yeah, attack Hera. And we get a hit on her. And this token now comes up. Now I have to now decide what I want to do.
Ram the back of your interdictor. Move into MC80 double arc.
I'm going to. It's going to be very sad. So I think we're going to do that and just pray that we don't clip it. Do you mind popping my ship off? We're good.
Right here. All of his.
Okay. That's it. Now we go to your squadrons.
So my squadrons, Hera can give Rogue to
I think no one.
nobody.
Let me grab my 2.
Maybe Shara.
You can give it to Shara.
Alright, so Shara's Rogue. The X-Wings are not. So, alright, let's do this. X-Wing's going to hang out over here. This X-Wing's going to hang out over here. Shara is Rogue, so she gets a shot into the side. Or do I really want to do the rear? I'll do the rear.
Actually, hold on. I didn't activate everything.
What didn't you activate?
I didn't activate the ship. Man, I am...
We're losing. It's late, guys. Actually, it's not even that late.
Yeah, I have a blue range shot into your ship, so I'm going to take that.
All right, go ahead.
What the heck am I doing?
We're backing up here, folks.
I wouldn't be able to shoot your fighters, which is
Yeah.
what I want to do. So we got an engineering. I can't do anything with it. I already have a token because you're not choosing to shoot at that one, which is frustrating. So it is what it is. So we're going to do our 3 and our red against your side. Ooh, hold on. No. I can also shoot you here
With a red.
with 2 reds. Obstruction. Okay.
All right.
We're either way, we're going to still do this shot. So here we go. Yeah, that seems cool.
Wow, so what you blocking out?
We're going to block out both of your
Redirects.
redirects, yes.
So we're going to brace.
Brace, and then I hit you with high ion. Doing
So, yeah.
doink, 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 and then you have one more.
Take it. Yeah.
Doink. Hey, that was a pretty good shot.
And one bad.
Okay, and then we're going to do 2 reds against your transport.
Go ahead.
What we really need to see is an accuracy and a double hit. No.
No, you're not going to do anything. I'm going to be fine.
Bam.
Jeez. Scatter.
Cool. Cool, cool, cool. And then I'm going to use this to drop to speed 1 and
So
then
you stay
stay
where
right
you're
where
at.
I'm at.
Okay.
Or, yeah, drop to speed 1, stay where I'm at.
All right. So going back to where it was. So Shara hasn't shot yet.
Correct.
So let's have Shara shoot. So that's a hit.
Hit into my rear.
Mm-hmm.
You got me double shotted into my side. And that has a 1 shield on that. So we're going to redirect that to here.
Okay. And then Hera, her shenanigans. Oh, I might do that. And she does black and blue. Hit. And not a crit, so just 1.
We'll take it to the rear.
Alright, now we're done.
Yes.
And then, let's see, so status phase.
We move things.
These come back.
This just moves as far as it can
Yeah.
to here. You don't get benefit of moving to it, but now you're obstructed.
And then this is gone.
Yep. And then I get an additional token,
So will it actually move to
No,
the
you're right.
squadrons
They
overlap? I
can't.
don't think it will.
so it just butts into them. You're
Yeah.
right. Bam. Barely moves. Boom.
Yeah,
Done.
there we go. So that ends that. So we now move into
The 6th round.
6th and final round. Ramming may have been better to avoid the double arc. Someone watched. Alright, so let's see. What do we got now? I gotta set one dial. Actually, yeah, that's not gonna help me, so I can do that. No, actually, yes it will. Yeah. And I'm just gonna do that. We'll do squadrons for the phantoms that no one has.
Okay. Are we up to date with chat before we go into our final round?
I believe everything is done because I'm not going to use reinforced blast doors.
Ken's tired and didn't listen to the thing I just said.
Wait, what did you say?
I said, are we up to date with chat before we
Oh,
move into
up
the
to date
last
with chat,
round?
yeah. Wow, okay, so let's see. Cool. Hopefully someone watched Community. Brooklyn 99, don't know how many cools though. Alright, well, nothing new on the chat.
Cool.
So looks like we're doing, other than yes, the MC30 is finally moving at speed 2. So I am going to, let's see, we're going to do that, but I'm going to do, how many shields do you have left over here?
2.
Yeah, but I'm going to double arc, and you're not going to do that because you're doing that. So, all right, we're going to start with the transport. Engineering, I'm going to give myself 1 shield because I get 2 points. And then I'm going to move speed 3.
Okay.
This is going to be dangerously close to the edge here. 1, 2. Nope, I am still on the board.
Just barely.
Just barely. I mean, I can fit, 1, 2. Yeah, there's. it's close, folks. It's really, really close. That's the one thing I can do in the game. I can pilot ships.
Okay. So we're going to go with that interdictor. Because I think that's really the only thing I can go with. Yeah. We're going to go with that far interdictor. Ooh, hold on.
Nice camera work, guys. Love the channel. Ken, come to LVO. I'm going to try to come to LVO.
Engineering.
A lot of things to determine what we can and can't do. And yeah, maybe PLT 998, I am hoping I can actually do something with my MC80 now that it's in the fight on round 6.
Okay, so we're going to increase shields 1 and 1 from that ship for 2. And then I just dropped it by 1 because I added another shield on there. We're going to take a... It doesn't even matter, long range shot. Or no, long range shot, doesn't matter. Are we in long range here? Nope, so we're going to move forward 1.
Move it. You got it.
I got it. Just to there. And that's that ship.
Okay. So, the moment everyone's been waiting for all game, I do have long range shots, double arc on the Onager, long range Overture.
Long ranges? Is it?
Yeah, everything's long.
Oh, beautiful. That's
Yeah.
really good for me.
Yeah, that's long.
Yep. Awesome.
It's medium if I go to the front, I think.
From your side?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Nah, I'm gonna say it's long regardless. So I'm gonna do the double arc.
No, that's plastic.
Yeah.
Plastic like. Let's focus the camera on everything while we're doing.
All right, John, go ahead and show the.
It's plastic and then plastic.
So it's in there, but it's
Not cardboard.
we're millimeters away. So again, the interdictor's here, just hiding because of everything else. So let's see. Akbar will push Sato out of the way and unleash all the red dice.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, so we are going to start making.
I personally stay away from red
Amazing
dice, though. They don't like me. Okay.
No, they don't.
But none of the dice have really been friendly, except for the roll that I didn't get an accuracy.
Mhm.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. Let's start taking shots. So, shot number 1
red die. I'm going to change it into a black die, because why not?
Okay, into my side.
Into your side.
Okay.
Hit crit.
Ooh, we're going to brace it, and then take 1 to the rear.
And then we're going to make the section. What speed are you moving at with the Onager?
1. Decided not to go fast.
We're going to do this again from side to your side, swapping out the reds for the 2 blacks again. So a red, 2 blacks, and I get 2 hits and a crit. And I don't think I can do. I forgot to show that I have a nav. We're clearly losing it here.
The better we play at night, the more slots we get.
We'll edit this in post. And all right, so that's 2, 3 hits.
3 hits. This is the last turn.
Yeah.
We'll toss the brace to 2. Ooh. And then we're going to toss the redirect and move both of them to the front. Like that.
Okay. All right, so then I get to move. I'm going to be in blue range regardless.
Correct.
So there's the dial that was spent. Keep that.
We've got you just double arced into the side.
Okay, and then I can select the number of unengaged friendly squadrons, and they may move up the distance 1.
At medium.
It is at close to medium right here.
So
So it's just going to be these X ones that I think I want to move. Two. There we go. I've now been able to use almost all of my cards.
okay.
And I believe that goes back to you then.
Okay, so I have to now decide I don't think I can kill any of your fighters.
No.
So what we're going to do first is we're going to go with the Gazanti, who's doing an engineering, which isn't what I thought I had done, but cool. So we'll toss that to our Interdictor. So that changes literally everything. So yeah, cool. And then we're going to go speed 2. This is great. I thought I had a nav, and I had been doing navs, and then I forgot, maybe I decided to do engineering there. But what I wanted to do was pass an engineering to this guy so that he could land on the station because it didn't matter, and then I would have enough room to swing my ship out, which I now no longer have. Good times. Okay, so that's that, and then we're going to go with the Interdictor, and we're going to launch a whole bunch of blue dice after we pretend to heal, because I have damage off the front. We'll just put it back. Because you shot at me. There. We'll put 2 there. And then we're going to fire 3 blues and a red twice into your side. Let me gather this dice up. So here's the first attack. Just like that. 3 hits into your side.
And into the side. So we'll redirect. And you've got another shot 2 coming, right?
Yep.
But that's the rear?
Rear has 2. Yes, the rear. Red and blue.
Alright, so, and that was, what was the total? 3?
3 damage.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and brace it, or not brace it, just redirect to the rear, and then 1.
1 to that side. Okay. So now we're going to attack. I can't hit your front, so it's going to be the side with 1 less blue.
Wait, where are you shooting from?
My rear into your side.
Can you do that?
Yeah. So then I stay where I am at,
Mm-hmm.
and then this guy goes, and it doesn't matter. So what we're going to do is we're going to regen 5 points. So we're going to put a shield here, a shield here, and then just have an extra point.
And you're moving at what, speed 1?
0. I have no defense tokens, it doesn't matter.
And I can't. Yeah, okay, cool.
Okay.
So then that's all your stuff to activate, right?
That's all my stuff to activate.
So
it didn't take any extra free damage, so basically you have shots against me.
So I can make these guys rogue.
Yep.
So they're going to move in such a way where everything shoots the rear.
Okay.
So let's see what we've got. Maybe I can do some damage. So I've got 2 reds, a black, and then a black and a blue.
Yep.
So let's start with the reds, which are always bad. So one of the X-Wings to the rear is a bomber, so that's a hit.
Yep, I take it.
And then we've got another one, which is a hit.
And I take it.
And then Shara, which is a hit.
I
Of course,
take it.
now they're coming. And then Hera, 1 hit.
You can re-roll the blue with, I'm using targeting scramblers to re-roll the blue.
Okay. Still a hit.
Okay. That is everything. Station doesn't move, I gain a token.
You do gain a token.
And that is the game.
So that is the game. All right, so give us a second, folks. We're going to compute up the scores and let you know how much John won by.
Yeah. So, 33 plus whatever those ships are.
I think this is stupid expensive.
And then I will start repositioning cameras.
She actually only took 145 points from me.
And then I have
And that's
120
120,
points of that.
Okay, so been a lot longer than I thought also, but I survived longer than I was expecting too. John's score equals 265, and I had what, 0?
You have 0.
Cool.
Feels like you did a lot more
Sad
than
face.
just 0.
Yeah, that really does not tell the story, does it? Because I clearly did damage.
I healed a lot of it.
Uh-oh. No, wait, what happened? There we go.
Yeah, I clicked on the wrong thing. Okay.
As much fun as that would be to restart the whole ordeal. So, we got the chat going here, folks. So, if you are interested in asking a couple of questions or something, we are going to talk about the game for a little bit, and then we'll just kind of go on. And we do also, I want to say, thank you very much for sticking with us, because this has been a long stream, and it's late depending on where you're at.
Yep.
Not your average fish. Glad to see you guys got the live stream set up. Definitely enjoying seeing some Armada when we can't get a game going on. And the streak officially begins. Yeah, John's got a streak going here. And we'll see if that changes tomorrow morning.
Yes. So, this fleet I don't think is very good. It's very weak against fighters. You didn't have the strongest fighter presence, and your fighters were eating me alive.
Mm-hmm.
I think just deploying, you should have just gone all in on the same side. Your MC-80 so far away, you got, I think, 2 shots out of the entire game.
I think
6
if
rounds.
I would have put him right with everyone else, and I thought about doing that and said, maybe I can get around the gravity rift. The fact that you were able to move the gravity rift at me completely foiled my plan.
Yes.
And that's where I got messed up. So.
Yeah. So this is the first time I've ever played any of the objectives with the gravity rift. I actually liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I think this one will be in some of my fleets.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you can trap that station, it's like a better contested outpost. It's just an outpost that you're holding. Like, you just sit on it and, oh, I'm sorry, you can't move it.
No, I
Still
agree.
can't move it. Now you have to come around something that's speed 0, and all the other obstacles that are always in my way are moving away from me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like that.
I enjoyed the objective. I really did. And I wasn't really sure how it would play out. But, you know, at the end of the day, I lost, I think, in deployment. Because really, I had two choices. I should have, like you said, kept the MC-80 either with the rest of my fleet, and then, I still would have gotten chewed up,
Yes.
and more so. But what I should have done is shoved the MC-80 a little bit further because it could have taken more than everything else.
Yes.
Or push everything to the extreme end, except the fact that I'm going to lose points and hope to take one of your flanking interdictors. This fleet, because I was set up to take out fighters,
Yes.
did not work out for me. I did not quite get what I had. In fact, actually, I made some last-second changes to this fleet. We were talking earlier, I had Han Solo, I had another A-Wing in here. I think I had a full 134 points of fighters that came in. And then I had another fleet that I was thinking of bringing that, what's your total fleet points?
99. 399.
So that was at 385, and I would have been able to take first player.
You had first player.
Or second player, I'm sorry.
Okay. So
yeah.
but if you were to give me first player,
Mm-hmm.
then I can choose whichever your whatever your objectives. I don't even know what they were in this.
I have them somewhere. With this fleet, I had fighter ambush, minefields, and advanced gunnery.
Yeah, those are all terrible.
Yeah.
I might have done minefield because I just don't care, so I tank it. But then you're giving me first player.
Mm-hmm. Which, with the interdictor, the Onager.
If you start in the speed 0, then I'm doing the same thing I'm doing, but I'm not allowing you to move this time.
Right.
And I would just throw it forward and hit you hard.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of the idea for this fleet. If I'm forced to be first player, okay, cool, I'm first player. And if I'm not, then we're playing some ridiculousness with gravity all over the place. So it's a gravity build.
It is, and actually, the rifts really did play into the hands of your interdictors and the Onager. Romodi, you didn't quite the mileage out of him that you probably would have liked to do,
Correct.
but he was effective and helped you take things out. I'm actually surprised he didn't take out Salvation earlier, and really the Hammerhead never had an opportunity to get in there. In a real sense, I kind of fed you those two ships.
Yes,
and,
you did.
And that's where I lost it. So.
So your MC-80 needed to be over there, because then it would be too target saturated for me, and then I would have to make hard choices. Otherwise, right now I just killed one ship, and then
Right.
I almost killed that guy. I needed one more hit to go through.
But didn't quite
I
get
know, that shot needed to be obstructed. If that shot was obstructed,
Yeah.
I think it would have gotten it possibly.
it. And that's where the Rift was interesting, because I was able to use it to my advantage, moving things out of the way. So
Correct.
fascinating how that works. So that's really all I got on my thoughts on the battle.
Yeah.
Onager was not as effective as it could have been, but
I still don't like it. Give me a Starhawk every day, any day. I like the Starhawks.
I have yet to actually fly the Starhawk.
Really?
Haven't flown it yet.
Wow.
I hate it. I just hate it. I've done like 3 damage to one of John's Starhawks. I hate it.
You almost killed it that one time with
That's
with
true.
a victory.
That's true with the victory. So once again, Tarkin needs to come out with victories, and we'll take out a Starhawk.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take a quick look at the chat. Middle of the day here, so I'm assuming, David, you're out probably in Australia, I'm assuming, because you're 15 hours ahead of us, so you're actually in tomorrow. But that is part of the reason we did decide to do a late live stream and an early live stream. We wanted to make sure that we hit every one of our subscribers, or most of them. So tomorrow will be early enough where all our friends in Europe, you guys can see us at a more reasonable time. Which one's better looking? The one with the glasses, and come on, the masks. I mean, this is the in vogue thing. Cool objective, played right into John's hands. Yep, we agree. Ken's accent is different. Is he from Northeast America, Maine or Massachusetts area? No. So we're actually both the Midwest.
Did you grow up in the Chicagoland
I
area?
did grow up in Chicagoland area, yes.
South side or north? Or
Western suburbs.
Okay, so there's a couple different accents that surround Chicago. Like the South side's very that SNL skit-ish sometimes. Dub airs and everything becomes
Yeah,
hard.
I don't do that.
You don't have. I have that occasionally.
Huh.
So.
Interesting. I think part of it is the masks. Really distorts some of what we hear. I've noticed that. But, I mean, it is what it is. So,
Okay.
anyways, we'll give you guys another 20 seconds if you want to throw up a question or comment.
While they're doing that, we'll talk about tomorrow. So tomorrow we all know that the Clone Wars, I guess, test game or preview is going to be happening on the FFG Twitch.
Yes.
So we're very excited about that. We're both going to be watching it. And then right after their stream ends, we're going to stream another game, and we're going to also talk about everything that they talked about and show on that. And I'm super excited to see how the Clone Wars ships work. They mentioned new rules, so I'm very curious to see what they do with that. And I'm just excited for that. So we're probably going to do the same thing that we did today, which we're going to start off by talking about it, and then we're going to switch into a game. We haven't quite decided what we're going to play tomorrow, so I think we're going to sleep on it and come back.
Yeah, I think so. So, we'll see you guys in literally 11 hours.
Oh, jeez.
So we'll have just enough time to get a little bit of sleep, put some new fleets together, and get them in here. We'll be on Twitch, so say hi to us if you want. And then we'll be jumping up onto the YouTube channel tomorrow. So no new comments came in. So I think we're going to call it a night. But thank you very much for watching. We appreciate all the support. We're doing this for you guys. We like this. This is fun for us to do. And, honestly, anything we can do for you guys to help you enjoy or learn some of the things. We've got some really funky fleets that are going to be coming out here. And Dave, we'll see you guys tomorrow also. And same thing with Wolf 58.
Okay, thank you very much for watching. You've been watching Ion Radio.
I'm Ken.
And I'm John. Have a good night.